On the bench today is a Harley Benton Modern ST Guitar HSS. I pride myself on the Guitar Collector Guy channel as always presenting my own opinion. Here's some of my rules. I purchase my own guitars. They're not handpicked for me. I get the same guitar you would get if you ordered online. I'm not trying to sell you a guitar, and I'm not affiliated with any guitar maker. Earlier in 2024, when Harley Benton released the Modern Plus model of Stratocaster style guitar, by the time I got around to buying one, I had kind of missed the boat, meaning by the time that I would have bought one, all the content providers that do guitar content on YouTube had already covered the guitar in great depth. Harley Benton just released the Modern, dropping the Plus for this model version of the same guitar, which is described as a guitar by Harley Benton of the same quality and playability of the Plus version, but without a lot of the fancy aesthetics. They give an example of flame tops. I went through the available color options, and most were already sold out. I ended up with a shell pink guitar, which I think is kind of cool, and something I've wanted for a while anyways, a shell pink Stratocaster. Here's some of the specifications for the guitar. The body is made of poplar. The three pickups are Alnico 5, the bridge being a humbucker, and the middle and neck being a single coil pickup. There is a volume control and a tone control. The tone control is also a push-pull that gives you coil splitting for the bridge humbucker. There's a 5-way pickup selector switch. There is a synchronized deluxe tremolo system and locking machine heads. Both have the Harley Benton logo on them. The neck is a roasted Canadian maple neck. There are rounded fingerboard edges. The nut is made of graphite. There's a double action truss rod with the adjustment wheel at the heel of the neck. The neck profile is a modern D. The nut width is 42 millimeters. The fretboard has a compound fingerboard radius. It starts out at 12 inches near the nut, and by the time it gets to the body of the guitar, it's at 16 inches. The overall scale length of the guitar is 25.5 inches, and there are 22 nickel silver medium jumbo frets. The MSRP on this guitar, the manufacturer's suggested retail price, is $163 plus shipping. Shipping for me was $70. I ordered it from Thomanns in Germany. The guitar I'm showing now is on pre-order if you go to the website, with a delivery expected with 11 to 14 weeks on this date in October of 2024. There may be other colors available for shipment now. It looks like Harley Benton, they maybe did not anticipate the high demand after how popular the release of the Modern Plus guitar was. The link to the guitar in this video, if you want to check it out, is in this video's description. The roasted maple neck and the grain of the wood on my guitar is really pretty. I think shell pink and the roasted maple just work together on a guitar. The body is well painted and looks like the poly finish of a more expensive guitar. The heel of the neck is a tight fit to the body without any gaps. The neck, as I said before, has a compound radius that is a D shape that starts out at a 12-inch radius, more round at the nut, and then gradually moves out to a flatter 16-inch radius at the end of the fretboard. The purpose of a compound radius neck is to allow for easier chord playing near the nut with a 12-inch radius, while also providing easier single note playing on a flatter 16-inch radius near the end of the fretboard. This is something you'd normally find on much more expensive guitars, not on a guitar at this price point. The neck on this guitar has a double action truss rod. This means there are two truss rods. There's one that's adjustable and one that's not. The truss rod you adjust is adjusted via a wheel at the heel of the neck. The purpose of the double truss rod is to provide greater stability to the neck over what a traditional single rod truss rod would provide. The satin finish of the back of the neck makes for a very smooth and playable neck. With the rounded fingerboard edges, I found no sharp fret edges anywhere on the fretboard as I ran my hand up and down on the sides. You're just now starting to see rounded fretboards appear on lesser expensive guitars like the Fender Player 2 series instead of just on the more expensive custom guitars. You never see rounded fretboards on a guitar at this price point. It's a very labor-intensive process. I'm sorry if I'm starting to sound like a broken record. I'm just trying to point out that this guitar does seem to be kind of breaking established norms for guitars in this price. I tested for fret rocking and found that the frets are level and do not need any work done to them. The tuners that come with this guitar are locking tuners that look like vintage tuners on the back of the headstock, and on the front of the headstock they look like more modern tuners with a closed tuner head. The tuners function really well and do their job. They make it easy to remove strings, install strings, are smooth to operate, and they keep the guitar in stable tuning. The nut is made of carbon fiber and cut to spec, so each string is at its proper height/distance from the top of the first fret. I really like the bridge. It appears substantial and well made. The saddles are of quality, and I would not replace them. The trem arm fits into the tremolo easy and does not flop around. You can use the tremolo on the guitar for the most part, will stay in tune. No better or worse than most tremolos. The bridge/tremolo looks to be either a copy or a Goto made style bridge that I've seen on other guitars recently. The electronic components on this guitar are good, and the workmanship on the wiring harness build is very well done. I basically think that the electronic components are actually better than anything I normally see at this price point. I even like the feel of moving the pickup selector switch and the smoothness of operation of the tone and volume controls. The pickups in the guitar sound impressive. They are Alnico 5 bass pickups and not ceramic, including the humbucker, and that's also a surprise at this price point. They are clean and not muddy and offer great tones in all 5 positions, and also with the push-pull tone pulled and in coil splitting of the bridge pickup. I do not feel compelled to pull the pickups and replace them with something else. I actually think that they're fairly good. It is always possible that quality differs from guitar to guitar. In this video, I've documented my findings, my experience, and my opinions as it pertains to the guitar that I received. This is probably the best guitar I've seen Harley Benton make, ever. I could not find any quality issues with the guitar at all. I could not find anything I did not like. The guitar not only presented me with a great out-of-the-box experience, there was just not anything that needed to be adjusted on the guitar. The guitar arrived tuned, with proper string height set, the intonation was set, and it had a quality set of D'Addario strings installed. Although this guitar would make for a great modding platform, I'm perplexed as to find anything that really needs to be upgraded or replaced. If I handed this guitar to anyone that is familiar with quality well-made guitars, and I asked them to play the guitar, and then I told them that this guitar is sold for $163 plus shipping, I don't think that they would believe me. I don't really believe it. I'm thinking about, instead of doing a secondary video on this guitar that's a modding video, maybe I'll play this guitar for a month or so, and then I'll do a follow-up video and give you my opinion as, do I still support everything that I said in this video?